All right. So, what are we most excited about for the trip? What are you most excited about personally?
I am most excited about the Sound of Music tour that we're taking in Austria.
That's what you're most excited about?
Yes.
Fun. What about you?
I'm excited about eating.
Eating. That's the most, what you're most excited about.
I don't know that it's the most exciting, but when I think about the trip, I'm thinking,
Yeah.
it's going to be fun.
I understand that. Yeah, there's a lot of fun things. What are you most excited about?
I am very excited about the movies I'll be watching while flying over the.
Shut up.
I am excited about getting to see a couple of, especially Rome, and seeing the prison where Paul and Peter were kept.
Gotcha. Cool. I would say that me, personally, I'm most excited, hopefully this is on me, I'm most excited about Venice. That's what I'm the most excited about out of all the places we are going. We will see what Mom and Tammy say. I gotta ask you a question. What are you most excited about for the trip? You gotta pick one thing.
I'm excited about the whole trip.
I know you're excited about the whole trip. I'm asking for one thing.
I don't know, just one thing.
You can pick one thing though. Like I said, Venice. Me personally.
I'm excited about going to the Sistine Chapel.
Sistine Chapel.
Yeah,
That's the number one thing in your brain right now.
probably.
Cool. You finally gave me something good. Cool. All right. So Tammy, out of all the things that we're doing on this trip, what are you most excited about?
Let's see.
It's hard to pick.
It
But
is.
if you can pick one thing.
The Sound of Music.
Sound of Music. She's right there with you. Miss Braids. So is she. The girls are gonna love that. We all will, but them specifically, they're gonna love that. All right, thank you. All right, real quick before we start leg 2, I wanna get everyone's highlight of leg 1, but I don't want any repeats. So 6 highlights. If somebody says yours, just
I'll start.
okay, you'll start?
I'll
Okay.
start. My highlight was last night we got to see a concert of 3 guitars and dancing, and I cried 5 times because it was so beautiful.
All right, who's next?
I will.
All
I
right.
loved Sagrada, the outside of the building and the inside, and learning about the building of it. It was very fascinating and
All right.
beautiful.
Great, Sagrada. All right, who wants to go next?
I'll go. The guitar trio.
Oh, that's already been
Already said
used.
that.
No repeats.
No repeats.
Well, it's not a repeat for me.
Okay. So pick something new. We'll give you some time to think.
Well, they picked both of the
The
best,
two
so-
the two
Both of them
most
are
iconic. Yeah.
Okay. Maurice.
Oh, you have one?
Yeah, go.
Patrick.
Okay. Patrick, he was our tour guide for some of the cool places that we went to on the walking tour.
Modernism.
Yeah, modernism and Gaudi something like that.
Yes.
It's on the other line at the end.
Okay.
What am I doing?
That's right. Best part
Best
of
part
the
of-
first
was the
leg,
of leg 1.
Barcelona.
Highlight of leg 1, Barcelona.
Leg 1. Okay.
And you can't say Sagrada Familia, Patrick, or the guitar trio.
Give me just a second here. I can't say those.
Are you recording all this?
Yeah.
Best part, leg 1. A little birdie told me. Little Tammy birdie was the
Patatas Bravas. Bravas.
yes, patatas gratis.
Bravas.
Which was your favorite?
They were good.
Which one was your favorite?
Which stop?
1, 2, 3, or 4.
I think the most interesting was the first one, Bartolomeo's. Even though I was anxious about garlic, it was good.
Yeah. I was surprised y'all liked those.
Yeah, we kept eating. So they were very good.
Okay.
Let me guess.
meeting
Highlight of.
the family that hosted Joshua for a month. For two reasons. They were so gracious, such a blessing, but to know they were the same for him for a month when he went with us.
Hey, you don't have to record this. They were the best.
They were awesome.
Yeah, they were awesome.
I'm serious. They were no doubt, hands down, the best ever.
Yeah.
So I was just glad to see they were there for him for that month, and it meant a lot to me.
Yeah.
You're gonna make me cry. I love this so much. My highlight, Xing all those out, was seeing the Palau de la Música. Just like being in the space, not the concert itself, but it was such a cool building, and I knew it was gonna be beautiful, but I did not expect it to be as cool as it was. Because it's not like at the very top of the tourist attractions. So I was surprised at how extravagant and elegant and beautiful it was. So that was my highlight. 6 great highlights, y'all. Hopefully we can do that for every leg. I wanted to get y'all's highlights from leg 2 of the trip.
What? To the trip?
Leg 2. So everything after Barcelona, basically.
Give us a few minutes to think about
Okay, I got you. All right, what you got?
Mine is Scott.
Berchtesgaden,
Yes,
just the town.
yes.
Mhm.
And the slowness and just doing everything on our own, finding I think that was the place we found the good meal, right?
Yeah,
The tuna or the salmon.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Beautiful
Berchtesgaden.
in the snow.
So just seeing Berchtesgaden was her number 1. You got yours yet, Troy? Or are you still thinking?
Okay, here's mine.
Okay.
What she said, but since I won't choose the same thing, Sound of Music.
Sound of Music.
Sound of Music
yeah,
tour.
that was mine too.
She says what I said.
All right, great. So Berchtesgaden and Sound of Music.
Yeah.
I feel like those are the 2 easy ones. All right, who wants to go over here? Who's ready to go?
I'm not ready to go.
You're not ready to go? Hey, anyone got an idea, or do I need to put this away for a minute? All right, what's your highlight of leg 2?
Well, I know everybody else hated Munich, but one of my favorite things was the reaction when the food came to the table, the schnitzel and the cordon bleu, and Hannah just losing it and laughing and laughing and laughing and laughing. It was so much fun watching her laugh.
That was fun.
And I liked the schnitzel, so I enjoyed our meal that day. I know it was a long walk to it, a long walk from it, but I really enjoyed the meal.
Okay, I have mine.
All right, Hannah's got one.
I think my favorite thing is I felt like we were definitely able just to like sense the difference of the places where we are in this leg, and like comparing Munich to Berchtesgaden to Salzburg even, like each one of them was so unique, and like you could just feel the shift even though they're all so close together. So like experiencing so many things in just 2.5 days was really, really cool.
All right, cool. You got yours, Mom? You gotta think of something. Quick!
The easy one's still there.
Troy said it.
Well, there's one big thing that no one's mentioned yet.
We saved you the easy one, I thought.
Yeah.
Okay.
With the exception of Munich, it seemed like that this leg was much more relaxed and playful. The Third Reich tour was not. It was very deep and heavy and difficult to get through.
All right, Mom. So as you were saying, leg 2 was very peaceful.
Until We got on the wrong train to Venice.
Okay.
This is officially leg 3.
Yeah, this is part of leg 3. We can put this on leg 3. So, what was your favorite part of leg 2, or your
What I
highlight?
was saying a while ago.
You were saying that leg 2 minus Munich, leg 2 was less stressful.
It was less stressful, and it was more playful and fun, and I didn't feel as I didn't feel like the schedule was as packed and we were rushing to get everywhere. It was more relaxed, and I enjoyed that. From Berchtesgaden to Salzburg yesterday, the Sound of Music tour, and then we had a little break, and then we went to dinner. That was really fun.
So just more relaxed.
More
You enjoyed
relaxed.
that. Okay. And now me, I guess. I guess my highlight, since no one else has said it, I'll do the Mozart dinner and concert. That was really fun, and I really liked it. And especially the second half, because we were able to sort of liven each other up during intermission a little bit, and I was able to enjoy it more because I wasn't falling asleep. But they were incredible, and the food was really good, and it was just a good time. And like you said, it was peaceful. All right, we are doing highlights now of the third leg because I just remembered to do it. Sorry if the busy street is still allowed. Do either of y'all have one? A specific thing? What's yours?
Gondola ride.
The
It was
gondola
a
ride.
magical experience, and I'm so glad we got to do it.
Me too, it was really fun. All right, so the gondola ride, that was really fun. I think that's a great highlight.
Loved Venice.
Loved Venice, good.
My highlight of Venice was the first night we were there, and we had just finished dinner, and we were walking back, and we were all just like laughing and having a good time, and Dad stops at this little shack place and looks at hats, and this man comes out and says, I can give you that for 10 euros, and Dad says 9, and he's just like, okay. And then Mom was walking by scarves, and she was just like, oh, these are pretty. And the man comes out again, and he says, good deal on scarves. And she was like, oh yeah. And he says 5 euros, and she's like, oh, that is a good deal. That was my highlight of Venice.
My highlight of Venice, is that on me? You can
Yeah.
hold it. My highlight of Venice, I don't know if I have a specific thing. Maybe just how clearly excited everyone else was, because we've all enjoyed this whole trip, but it was such a beautiful place to be that everyone was like couldn't contain it. It was so different, and that was really, really fun to see everyone be so excited, and I was excited myself too, but it was good to see everyone else get that excited. Okay. All right.
The exciting thing about Venice for me is the scenery, the automatic jumping into a dream feeling, and just it's awesome. As soon as you see it, it's like, wow, this is the most different place to be. Even though you've seen pictures, I love it.
All right. Cool.
Way to go, Troy.
Everybody's going to get.
It's kind of hard.
Go, Troy.
All right.
Yeah.
Right.
The chocolate gondola that we walked by.
I guess what I would say after everybody else,
I'll get a little closer because it's a little loud.
everything that everybody else said is mine, but the very narrow places you could get in between buildings, and they were actually, I guess, I don't know if they were roads, but
People roads.
yeah.
Yeah. Cool. That's a good one. I didn't think about that one, but yeah, that was really fun. You got one? That's the hat that was thrifted, by the way.
Yes, it was. So, is this memorable or
It's
highlight?
It's a highlight.
Huh?
It's a highlight. It's your highlight of the trip that hasn't been mentioned.
All right, then I'll just go with seeing a couple of the places where Spider-Man Far From Home was filmed. I thought that was a lot of fun.
Good. I'm glad.
All right.
All right. What's your highlight of leg 4?
My highlight of leg 4 aka Rome, would probably be walking the museums, and specifically, I'm gonna say the tapestry room. That was my favorite. Our tour guide did a really good job of just explaining that, but also I was just like, I guess I was the most overwhelmed in that room just because I was surrounded and the ceiling was so gorgeous and beautiful. So I'd say that's my highlight.
Great. Who's next? Anybody got one? All right.
Won't take the obvious. Mine was the Trevi Fountain. I thought it was, even though I had heard about it, seen about it, just being there and just seeing how huge it is and the enormous amount of people and the excitement, it was fun.
Cool. You got one?
I'm gonna say the pizza.
A pizza.
Pizza and the ice cream. Food all around. But the pizza was really good.
It was really good. Right, great. Especially at that one place. You got one? Were you about to say something or no?
Seen the Pieta?
What is that? The Pieta?
Mm-hmm.
What's the Pieta?
The first sculpture we saw,
Oh,
the Basilica. I'd learned about it when I
of
was
Mary and Jesus.
when I was a senior in high school in 1979. Never thought I'd ever see it. I saw it.
That's cool. You got one, Mom?
Said Coliseum, no one said that.
I did actually really like the Coliseum. The outside of it was just amazing, and I loved touring what we did before we went into
The Roman Forum.
The Roman Forum, and I would love to be able to do that on my own without a guide, so I could spend more time, because I feel like I would missed a lot of it, but it was really cool.
Cool.
Attention, please.
What
Okay.
is your favorite part of leg 4?
My highlight of leg 4 was our tour guides while we were in Rome. I thought they were all really good, and so I thought both of them that we had were really fun in the Vatican Museum and also for the Roman Forum, and both had a lot of spunk in their own way. So that was my highlight. What was yours again?
My highlight was the Sistine Chapel. I've heard that forever, like Mark has heard of his, and I never thought I would see it, but that was amazing. And for a person to have done that, it's amazing.
Awesome.